Hello and welcome to the Parfait Gaming podcast in the celebration of our 100th gaming post.
Yeah,
blog post.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Long lives the tumblers.
Long lives the tumblers.
Thanks to me.
We, or maybe when I say we, I mean I, because Noel's really been keeping up himself, have been very much refrained from being in any way involved in the...
I just write anything.
Yeah, and in the podcast, in the blog in general as well, I've been through some stuff recently. I've had a move, had the internet off for quite a long while.
A week.
Shut up!
That's
no
a long
excuse.
That's a long time in the world of the internet. A week. Everything changes.
Any way you look at it, I was off for a while. Now we're getting back to the swing of things, and I think the 100th celebration is a nice way to do it.
It's a big
and despite what we've done previously, we are now officially going to consider this our first proper major podcast, our actual podcast.
So apologies if it is terrible.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you're here for.
It's going to be terrible anyway, yeah.
And
the point.
For the three of you listening, thank you very much.
Three? Who's the other person?
I don't know.
My girlfriend and your girlfriend. That's about the only people listening.
I'll listen.
So for this, we had the Nolsey here, who is the main admin of the blog. Let's not
admin, manager, editor, poster,
writer, designer.
We had him.
Me and you are chief executives. We don't do fuck all.
Don't do anything.
You are like ambassadors. You're like.
I'm an ambassador. He's chief executive. There you go.
You're like. You know,
I feel like
motivational speakers. That's what you.
I feel like I'm getting cheated out of this. But however, we had Nolsey.
Hey, you get more pay.
Because I work. We had Nolsey gone to the Facebooks and do an Ask Me Anything.
Well, yeah, this is basically it's a Q&A. It's
Q&A.
podcast.
Ask Me Anything.
Podcast.
Mostly, obviously, gaming related. That's what we're here
for. It was a good way to get back into the swing of things,
Yeah.
to get what we really think about gaming as a whole and some other stuff as well.
And it's a shame that nobody asked, what did you think of Tomb Raider becoming exclusive on the Xbox?
So let's answer that first.
Was that a Q&A? Was that a Q&A?
No, but
Then
Nolsey did answer that.
I did answer
well.
it. Go on.
It's a fantastic post.
Go on the
Check it
blog.
out.
Yeah, if it's a post, it's fine.
Also, apparently they haven't revealed that it's not an exclusive.
Of course it's
which
not
means
an
I was
exclusive.
right.
It's a time thing. It'll come out on Xbox first, then it'll come out on other systems.
Like I said, the phrase they always said was, it's gonna be Xbox exclusive for the holiday season.
Yeah, for 2015.
So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, where are you going to start? We're going to start with the ones from Facebook, or are we going to start with others?
Do the Facebook ones are the big ones.
Right. If you could make a game, what type of game would it be? Are we going to say what was in genre?
Yeah.
Genre, platform.
Anything.
Genre, platform, and
I think, for example,
style.
I've always kind of dreamed of doing a Lord of the Rings style game in the Elder Scrolls style. Set in Middle Earth. You pick like race.
A decent RPG from that point of view. Not how they do like the turn based from
Third Age.
Third Age. I like the game, but there's a lot missing.
Yeah.
It fills enough of a void, but there hasn't been the true RPG.
I want a game where you can fully explore.
Because we've got the
Middle
RTSs.
Earth.
The RTSs, beautiful RTSs.
Yeah.
Again, missing a little thing, but still pretty damn beautiful. But nothing of the RPG elements that we really want from it.
Yeah.
The open world exploration that we need.
I just want to roam everywhere.
Create your own character as well. I mean, War in the North was okay.
I don't care when it's set either. It can be set before or after films. Kind of after would be cool. Because no Marine ever happened after.
Is that
second and third second age? Because it's not really touched upon it.
So is that like a joint thing for you to?
What is anything? Anything, dude.
That?
Anything. You go in, you choose the age. Choose the age. Choose your race. Choose anything.
Yeah, good work.
So is that?
Well, we're talking about next gen technology right now. Where you can pretty much do whatever the feck you want, and people are really underestimating the power that it has next gen. This gen now.
Current
gen.
8th gen.
Current gen.
Correct.
So was that joint answer?
I got my own.
That's
mine.
I know yours. Yeah.
My answer. He just kind of agreed. I think.
Go on, James? Let's take it away because I know yours.
True zombie game.
Of course.
True
zombie survival.
True zombie survival.
Right.
I think DayZ has come the closest to it.
I think I know where you're going with this.
But literally just infinite anything you want. So you have to have your food, your water, your sleeping arrangements, and fortifications, which is something that's not really. They never really do fortifications right to me. Like you find some metal, you pick up the metal, you pick up any piece of whatever you want, and you make whatever you want. If you want to get the access to like 30 or 40 cars, and make a fucking car fort out of the burnt husks or whatever, you can do that.
Yeah.
You can be a lonesome guy sitting up top of a tower, just occasionally sniping, or not at all, just kind of guy you want to be, but you be a bandit.
Mm-hmm.
You take other people, but you want to betray other people. You want to have a nice faction of other people surrounded and helping as many people as you possibly can. Whatever. I want to be able to actually do that, and there's not a single one that's come very close to it.
Mm. basically
DayZ is the closest.
You
but
want to
of
make
course,
sure
you want NPCs.
You want
a
mixture of like DayZ mixing like some like Project Zomboid.
Yes,
Your own
creating your own. Because it comes close enough. Like you can create your own fort and everything like that.
Of
Of course, it's very much lacking on everything else.
What I find funny, about a year ago, I read something. I didn't post it anywhere, but it's like a Word document of like my dream game, and it is an open world zombie survival game.
Yeah, that's it. Open world zombie survival.
I'll have to see if it is what you said, because that would be hilarious if we just basically had the same idea.
Well, I got the idea originally from a Cracked article because Cracked is beautiful. And they said about top five games that just ideas that would just sell infinitely. Because the thing with that is it's got infinite replayability. And things you can put stuff into it again. You can keep just putting stuff in, and it's just something you can work on and make more and more and more and more and more.
Yeah, you can definitely see how well they've already sold with DayZ. Minecraft, well, technically not a zombie survival, but it's
the same sort of thing.
It's the same sort of thing.
Yeah, that principle.
It's only popular.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you both know me. I'd be definitely down the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah, very linear. Very linear.
Yeah, I've never actually decided to make a game. I've never been one who would say, "Oh, I'd love to get into game development. I'd love to see more about game development." But strictly speaking, I don't want to develop games because I don't think I would always be too critical of my own game to ever.
No, would you say more along the lines of you've got a few billion here, make me a game?
Oh, definitely.
This is the game I want.
See,
yeah,
that's it. So this is where I'd get platinum.
See,
and I'm like, make me a game, platinum.
This way, if things go well for me at uni, I could be the guy you say make this game.
Right.
I could make a game.
That's fantastic.
What could happen?
I'm the idea man. We've already established this.
You're the idea guy. I'm the maker. He's just like
he's the money.
Deal with it.
You're the money. I'm the investor.
You invest the money.
Definitely, it would be something like platinum developers get, because obviously Bayonetta, Vanquish, Metal Gear Rising, some of my favourite games actually. Interesting to see what they do with Bayonetta 2. I haven't actually seen any features on
Wii U
that.
exclusive.
Yeah, well, you know,
it's a shame.
You're buying a Wii U. I'm buying Bayonetta 2.
Not yet. Not for a while.
Well, we know.
I'm not buying anything because
I keep delaying it.
There is no money here.
However, so I wouldn't
until my Gigolo career takes off.
I wouldn't strictly make a game, but if it was, it would be it would be a very classical game where it would either be very deep story related, like Telltales, like The Walking Dead, which are fantastic, or it would be totally over the top empowerment, like something like Metal Gear Rising or something like that, where you are just the absolute most badass, put into the most ridiculous situations with no actual
limitations,
believability or limitations, just and then going for it.
Kind of like in something you'd like, kind of the Saints Row 4-esque kind of limitation.
Yeah.
Like I actually like what Saints Row 4 did with the game. I haven't played it, but I've seen it and heard. But one of the things they keep bringing up about it is the fact that you just something that other games don't really do is you just get everything pretty much really early on.
Yeah.
And just do it. Just you go outlandishly. You're super powered. You kill everything. What
I love about games like Saints Row and like Metal Gear Rising is that they don't take themselves too seriously.
Yeah, that's
they know that
they know they're taking the piss.
They know they're a gimmick essentially.
Yeah. Well, the whole point about Saints Row takes the piss in so many elements of life, pop culture, and everything else. I love it for that.
I think, so the only other thing about my games, it would have to have definitely a high skill ceiling, as in a good player will be able to play the game at a lot better than what just someone mashing buttons would do. And Metal Gear Rising is kind of like that. It has a very good system, like to actually platinum it and get S rank on everything, you have to not get hit in any boss fight, which is something I want to be doing. Something I want to be doing soon, actually. So yeah, just something like that. I think that was question one sorted. Are we giving shout outs to who?
Or unless we can include...
I'm just going to click on something. Let me just see if I'm on it. No, it's still going.
Unless we can include things like Fallout 4 and DMC 2 and...
do you know what? DMC is the game I still need to play.
DMC 2 is the one that I mainly want to get.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see at Gamescom?
No.
Ninja Theory.
They've announced the game.
They announced what I think is a Heavenly Sword sequel. It's called Hellblade. Right?
Okay.
Heavenly, Hell, Sword, Blade.
Yeah.
Also, the main character in the trailer looks like Noriko's sister.
Noriko has a sister?
Or,
Kai.
Apparently it's Heavenly Sword sequel.
Kai was like one of my favourite characters.
Oh my god.
But when it came up, like Ninja Theory, I was like, oh my god,
hang on,
Devil May Cry sequel.
That scene with the neck.
Don't go for it every time. Stop it with the neck.
Heavenly Sword spoilers from 2007, by the way.
Which I still haven't played.
Haven't you?
It's a fantastic
You
game.
have not played...
It's a short game.
Like, how I'm feeling to you right now is how I feel to him when he still hasn't finished Infinite.
How I feel right now is how I feel every time I haven't played any Final Fantasy game apart from 7.
I haven't completed 7.
You haven't even...
I got to a point where it was being really awkward. I didn't know where I was.
The Sir Monster? The
Right.
train station?
I was 8. I was 8 years old, and I got lost in that train station.
Yeah,
8 years old, man. I got to that point at 8 years old.
Okay.
Give me my dues. No, I had the Blinking High Wind, whatever it's called. I didn't know where it was.
Okay.
Like I said to James earlier,
I'd gone for the Temple of the Ancients bit. Aerith got stabbed and whatever. I was on the 3rd disc.
I beat the second to last boss on Parfait 10 without barely looking.
Yeah, fair enough.
Seymour.
Yeah.
Effortless.
Oh man.
So,
Next question.
Are we giving shout outs, by the way, to who asked these questions?
That was Christian Bland.
Apparently we are. Yes, thank you, Christian. Great question.
Christian, yeah.
Love the
I
fan.
don't think he'll ever listen to this podcast.
I hope he does.
Well,
I hope he does.
You might.
I'll link him to it.
We'll link him, yeah.
Hello, Christian.
You get a shout out at what? Where's the timer on the actual thing?
10 minutes 50.
10 minutes 50.
Oh my
I don't
god,
use Audacity.
we really just finished the first question.
Alright, well, let's power on. Next
question 2.
I don't think we're going to go with the Facebook one. Let's go from one of the shout out ones. And let's try and do something different because we said we were going to do gaming and other stuff as well.
So we've got to do non-gaming one?
Non-gaming.
Non-gaming one.
I am very sorry about that.
That one. That'll open a can of worms.
Go on.
Go on. No. Open the
No,
can of
no,
worms.
no.
Open
Don't.
the can of worms now.
Don't.
Conflicted angel devil.
Do it. Open it up.
What's your take on teenage drinking?
Hang on a minute.
If you can't hear, this is the sound of James drinking Bud. So I explained to the two people here before this that I am now taking the side of I'm actually against the consumption of alcohol.
I think Luke is very close, if not entirely, with that point.
Welcome to the Parfait podcast. Occasionally we talk about video games. Now, my view on teenage drinking is pretty much the same as any drinking. It's like moderation is key. You've got to know your own limits to your body. It's all. I've got a very standard response. I don't drink, and I've never been a big drinker. I've never had a bad experience with alcohol specifically. So I'm very neutral on the subject. I personally don't drink now.
Well, you don't care what they do, as long as it doesn't affect you. You're not going to drink yourself, so it doesn't affect you.
Pretty much. So that's my take on it. Teenagers, teenagers going to do what teenagers going to do. Don't drink. Drinking's illegal. Fuck. That's much better. Like that's
No,
my
this is
advice.
like the bullshit teen sex argument. Right? That's going to happen.
Yeah.
The best way to do it is to deal with it in the best precautionary sense you can. Which is what I
Prepare
said.
them.
If kids want to drink, right, like younger kids, that's what me for instance, I was always offered a little bit of alcohol. A very minute bit of alcohol.
Yeah.
And that's when my mum had wine, she was like, do you want to try a little bit of
Yeah,
wine?
same.
I did, and I was like, fucking rank.
Yeah.
Spit it out. Do you want to try lager? Yeah, sure. Well, it was rank. My dog
Same.
lapped up, fell asleep.
Same.
That's besides the point. So I myself have never had the experience which I've been, a lot of teenagers have, which is it's this wonderful, forbidden thing that I'm not allowed to drink. Same as in smoking, in a sense. Although I was not beaten into me, but I'd seen people die of smoking, so that was why I was a no-no for me. But teen drinking,
But
if you have them do it, if you have that attitude of this is what it is, it's just a substance the same as anything else, it might affect you. You have this prior knowledge that it's not this wonderful
see,
crazy thing I'm not allowed to have, but adults are. I can now have it. I can have it.
You see, I went through a stage where I used to kind of be in the mindset of like I used to see people drinking, be like, how is that fun? Why do people enjoy this? And
What's my point? I drink in moderation. I like friends at uni used just to have a go at me because of it, but I drink and they'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna go home now, or yeah, I'm done.
But it's like,
aren't you gonna have another drink? It's like, no, because I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm drunk to a point where I'm happy. I'm a bit I'm enjoying the situation. I'm enjoying music and stuff. But why should I need to drink anymore?
Yeah.
I don't. I think it comes with that being brought up with a sense of knowing when your limits are and your moderations are.
But yeah, I remember when I turned 18, I used to start drinking just because this was like before I am now. I used to just kind of think, oh well, I'm 18. That's what you do when you turn 18. You drink. But then as I kind of got older, I kind of thought, why?
Yeah.
And I just kind of thought, why do I need to do this?
I'll tell you what helped as well. I've always been poor, so I've never really been able to afford to have vast quantities of alcohol. But even if I did, I don't think I would. I would probably. You had the one. I think I had my one. I had my one experience with, when I say cider, which I'm never touching again.
See,
I've not touched since.
If I was to go back to it, I would go cider. But the thing, when I stopped, I kind of stopped like a month, had some cider, and I was like, rank.
I love you for that, man. Have to take me home. It was fucking icy, snow and wet.
It was the 23rd of December,
man.
2000 and something.
Yeah.
See, that's when drinking affects Luke. That's when he's against it.
Yeah. But again, no, I haven't done it since.
It's a sort of thing.
I
So-
haven't.
I haven't touched drink like that since I had the one thing where I got whatever it was out of my system. I think I'd gone for a rough patch anyway.
I think
but yeah.
last time I had alcohol, I was around yours, and you had to give a bottle of Bud. I had like half of it. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, we watched The
like-
Last of Us, to be fair. But you kind of needed the courage to get through
But
that
I
game.
was like, I was drinking. I was like, why am I drinking this? Just stop. And then,
I drink Bud because I like the taste of it.
seriously, in about I don't know 2 months' time, it will have been a year since I've had alcohol.
Well, I think that's a nice summary of that topic without going too further.
I
into
could go on.
Yeah,
but
you could.
If I do, I'll be in writing rather
No,
than text.
that's the main point about it is, people are going to do it, whether they want to or
They
not.
shouldn't. But
No, but again, it's like sex.
I don't
Sex.
care.
People are going to do sex whenever they want to.
But it's
If
like,
two people want to have sex, they're going to do it. If people want to drink, they're going to do it. If people want to do drugs, they're going to do it.
the thing is
The
that
best thing you can do is prepare them for a situation if they get put into it. Which would be the way to enact with it, which is
Yeah.
believe what you want to believe by yourself. Don't
And yeah,
the thing is, I've already written a big old rant about drinking. I might do another one.
good call.
I am so sorry. Sorry.
Oh,
Professionalism will be over here.
I am very sorry about that.
casual podcast.
With that,
That is one of the. And on that note, that is one of the worst points about drinking.
Pretty much.
Terrible gas.
And me having to live with it. So,
next question.
we're going back to the second Facebook one.
Yeah. Oh no. Let's start with one of the other ones because that's a good one to thingy on.
Okay. When was the last time you laughed so hard you almost cried? I think me and James have kind of been over this before we started.
Yeah, but you
You
start.
So mine, the last time, if you go to YouTube and search Goku shuts down a hoe, I'm sorry.
I have not seen this.
Should we explain what this is?
Yeah.
Firstly, it's Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball
To be
Z or
fair,
GT. Dragon Ball, the original
We
series.
could put it on YouTube because they'll hear the audio.
no, we're not gonna.
It's not.
No. All right,
Copyright.
Dragon Ball, the original 200 episodes of Dragon Ball before they got onto Dragon Ball Z, which was before they got onto GT. I don't know much about it myself. I've seen the first 10 episodes of Dragon Ball, and in literally the first episode, there's this girl who's trying to get Goku's Dragon Ball, and the way she tries to convince him, he's like a kid. She tries to convince him and says she'll show her, she'll show him her lady parts.
In her words, she'll give him a peek.
She'll give him a peek. His response, like a trooper, was, "Why would I want to look at your dirty fanny?" Right? And it kills Nolsey. It just
Dude, that scene alone is funny.
That was my first episode of Dragon Ball. I watched it the other day, and I legitimately thought, "Is this for real, or is this like an abridged version?" No, that's the real Dragon Ball. They got away with that in the 1980s.
That's the scene itself, which I find funny. But the stuff they add in the video of him shutting down a hoe is he just says it and it's like, ah!
It's
Oh,
phenomenal.
I love it.
When was the last time I legitimately cried? I've very recently gotten into Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, and Angel, but mainly Buffy the Vampire Slayer, for a friend, or to shout out Shannon Flannery. Hello. Awesome. She made me watch it. I am wholeheartedly loving the fact that happened. And 6 series in Buffy, right? It's pretty. It's funny. It's humorous, but there's some serious elements to the show. It's pretty much the same kind of elements of the show. And this episode 7, series 6, right? Loads up. It's all fine, as you do. Shows always does the backlash. What happened previously? What's going to happen in this episode? And then starts with a very weird intro. It starts a completely different intro from what it always starts. The heavy rock music, serious tone, stab and killing. And it's quite perky, and like all the faces are like superimposed on a moon, and with the names, and it's like 1950s style. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Right, that's me. What the fuck's going on? And then that goes into the intro of the program where they're all happy and they're like going around the house with their daily business again, like the 1950s, like sitcom. Oh, what the fuck's going on? Then there's her going out on patrol. She does every night to kill some vampires. 20 seconds later, starts singing.
Oh, the musical.
Fucking came from nowhere. Musical episode, right? And it's just song after song after song, and it kills me. And the thing is, in the episode, they don't like the fact they're singing. They're forced to sing by demons.
Yeah.
Oh, this one demon, who happens to be the suavest bastard ever, he pulls off a blue tux. Do anyone else know who can pull off a blue tux?
No.
While being red-skinned. While
Yes,
originally
I do.
having a red tux. And he goes, "Don't you like my style?" And goes, "Shazam! Blue tux." Killed me. Right? And there's this bit in it where this girl, They're singing they're all singing about the reasons, the theories as to why this is happening. Some of them like, is it a demon? Some of them like, are we caught in some guy's nightmare or whatever? And some guy goes to make a point, and some other guy goes, no, it's bunnies. And then she just goes off into a whole like rock solo. I cried. I full on cried. I had to pause it, go through, lay down on the floor. I was crying.
Oh man!
You know, I didn't expect this. This is a serious like program I've been enjoying for its awesomeness, and then just bam, musical. I can't deal with that.
I'm going to struggle. So most of the times I remember laughing, losing control of laughing, have either been quite personal moments on Skype where it's like too much backstory and details to actually make it funny. A few stories sort of with James here and one of our mutual friends Megan, sort of thing. We've had some good times there. But I'm really struggling.
Some moments from day 9 or
anytime. I love making puns. So I work in a customer service. This is going to be a good little.
It's not going to be Mr. U, is it?
Sorry?
Not going to be Mr. U, is it?
No.
Oh, you tell us already anyway, though.
No. Okay, so what happened was I can't even remember how that actually went, but. What this one was, I work in a customer service office to do with the buses, and we had a cat that got onto the bus.
I remember this.
Right. So this woman was very upset that her cat had got on the bus. The driver wasn't able to get it off the bus. He tried to get it off, couldn't get it off, and then ended up driving off with her. Right. And to fairness, this driver let it off the back and it come round the front before he realised whatever. So anyway, she was nervous and she'd called up several times. We'd logged it multiple times. The cat had been missing for so many days now, and it was like getting into that sort of thing, right? And she was like, "It's like my child. It's like my sort of thing. It's like everything to me." And it's like, and she was like, worryingly thing. And believe me, I'm sure if you search Facebook and look for the Lola Hunters, they're a group on Facebook. It's a legit.
They're still
thing.
hunting for the cat.
Yeah, they're still hunting for the cat, right?
Egg a light, tin a meal. Just saying.
Yeah, it got lost in April or something, right? So anyway, what happened is, right? One day she was like that, and she's like. And one of my colleagues took the call and she came off the call, or she even had her on hold or something. And it was one of those things. She was like, "Oh, this woman, I really empathise with. Like, she's just like one of our child and that." And I sort of turned like, I just turned to go, well, I guess you could say she's having kittens.
That's fucking terrible. I love it.
Never, man.
No, there's one better than that. Well, that was like you made me cry.
Yeah.
It was something to do with a disabled woman in like a wheelchair.
All right.
I remember this one. Yeah, the one you complained about that they were being offensive.
And then you were basically just like, "Well, ma'am, it looks like your story doesn't quite stand up."
Oh dear.
I love
That floored me.
It didn't floor right, did it?
I've only just remembered it since you told me.
That was do you know what? I can't say the name. It's disgusting something, but I do remember the name of that person now, and I remember that.
Man.
It's like a CSI Miami style thing. Sunglasses.
Yeah. People. Fucking people. So yeah,
Right.
there are moments that have made us legitimately tear up.
Yeah.
What do we do now? We're 23 minutes through. Shall we do the last one?
I ain't gonna lie though, the cat, right? You have to then question why it was on the bus in the first place.
Jeez, I know the
I'm
person.
thinking.
Do you?
It's my cousin's friend. Her cat
Oh.
got on the bus.
I'm thinking.
Shit.
I'm thinking that cat had reasons to go. Like when it was on the bus, was it like carrying a suitcase? But I think it needed to escape.
Bought a ticket.
Yeah, it bought a ticket. It was escaping.
It's like that moment in is it Simpsons or Family Guy? One of those two where all the toys are alive and they all like, oh shit, they're coming. So they all jump out the window and that, and then there's one that's like, no, not you, Care Bear, and then the Care Bear like looks and there's a truck coming and it's just like, no, fuck it, and just jumps out. I can't take it anymore. I won't be guilted out of this.
Beautiful. Oh dear.
What the hell?
So yeah, let's go on the other Facebook one.
Yeah.
Which PS1, Nintendo 64, or Dreamcast game or games would you choose to have a HD remake, including trophies? I'm going to go in with this one.
I think this is a good one.
And I'm going to go with the original PS1, and that's going to be Digimon.
Digimon World?
Digimon World.
Yeah. Digimon World.
No, Digimon World, the original before it became... there was Digimon World 2000 and there was another one 2003, I think, where they were more turn-based...
Yeah.
Final Fantasy-like games. We're not talking about this one. We're talking about the original.
The one
Yeah.
where basically whatever you do, you end up with the poo. But
Yes! Right. What you have is you have a virus bar, and if this virus bar fills up, your Digimon digivolves. into something, right? And this
Into Sukamon.
yeah, Sukamon. There's another one as well. It could evolve into one or two,
yeah,
but it's most likely to evolve into Sukamon. Right. Problem is, if your Digimon doesn't get to the toilet in time to have a poo, this virus bar fills up a little, and there is no way to remove this virus bar other than dying and reverting back to.
Doesn't that even say through that?
I think it might even say that you have to let it turn into the Digimon and then revert back to die, revert back to the original little puppy jumping ball thing. Right. Your monster is shaped like a poo, shaped like a turd.
Yeah.
And not only that, it eats turds.
It eats turds.
And throws. Its super move is to throw a turd.
Yeah, and it's crap.
It's literally crap. Yes, it is the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst of the worst. It's diabolically terrible.
Yeah, if your rookie Digimon didn't digivolve after 5 days, it would become Numamon. If it shat too much, it would become Sukamon.
Yeah.
And goddamn, I could never figure out why. Because I had really good stats, but I never fed my Digimon enough, so it never evolved. That was actually my.
When you got the Uber meat, the Uber meat.
But
you had to keep yours in a strict regime, and you had to train at certain points of the day to make it turn into certain Digimon.
Yeah.
No, they bullshitted that.
Oh,
that,
did they?
Yeah, if you look at some of the guide and in the manual, it suggests that. However, I end up looking at a big wiki of how to get every Digimon, and as long as they meet the stats criteria within a time period, total time period, they will go into that.
Well, to be fair, they to get that stat in the sense already, you have to keep it in a regime.
Some of them were like rigged up. Like to get Devimon, you had to get Angemon first, the angel version, and then have him die in battle, and then he had a half chance of digivolving into Devimon there.
Or to revert back to the little puffer.
Yeah, so you had it was literally such a chance thing. But yeah, so Digimon for you.
I will say with Digimon, I'm up for an HD remake of that, but with trophies.
Oh,
good lord!
Well, no, it's obviously going to be like they're going to be certain ones that got Digivolve so many times. No, it's not going to be possible to platinum. You just got to get all the Digimon. It's going to be the hardest.
Oh,
I never.
Obviously, there's going to be collectibles things. It's got to be world's going to be tons bigger.
Yeah.
I never got Piximon. I was so disappointed.
What was that?
Piximon, you could mate him at 2 or 3 locations, right? Just randomly, just someday he'd appear. And he was like, "Hey, I may not look it, but I'm an ultimate Digimon. If you fight me, I'll come and join you. Or if you can beat me, I'll come and join you." So you get the option to say yes or no. I just never got. Anytime I was good enough to beat him, I couldn't find him. That was literally. I did complete it. I did go to the mount. I can't remember what they call it now, but yeah, fantastic game.
Tough as hell.
Tough as hell, yeah.
Oh, but I never.
Weird.
I got it. I had it.
You've got an emulator.
I get it on here, so I get an emulator to play it again if I want to. It's just.
But yeah, and Nosy, do you have any?
I have a few. I don't want to say any that you might say.
No, I haven't.
No, because Pokemon's not a PS1 N64 Dreamcast.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Which one?
There was a Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, but I didn't see the point in remaking Yu-Gi-Oh game because just buy the new ones. It's the same game.
Yeah, true.
You see, I have quite a few. I think one of them might be your choice as well. Because one of them is the original Metal Gear Solid.
I was thinking about the original Metal Gear Solid.
Because I think that'd be fun as hell. HD remake would be cool.
Someone's got.
Trophies would be cool.
Are they all going to be PlayStation 1 games?
Well, I didn't play N64 or Dreamcast. If you're going
there's a Pokemon game on the N64.
Stadium.
Pokemon Stadium. Oh, that was good. That was.
See, I was with N64.
Snap as well was on there, wasn't it?
Snap, yeah.
Which is what was widely considered one of the best, isn't it?
But so with N64, the only one I might go is possibly is like Mario 64.
Where was Smash Brothers?
GameCube.
Melee was GameCube. I think the original one was somewhere.
Super Smash Brothers.
Back with PS1.
Oh, to be fair, we have our HD remake.
Then
with the characters.
PlayStation
PlayStation
All
Stars Battle Royale.
With PS1 game,
which is actually fucking surprisingly good.
It is really good.
Final Fantasy 7. I'd like to see the trophies.
Yeah.
I would say 9, but I knew I wouldn't be able to get all
of
them.
Can you imagine the HD remake? Just Cloud's expressionless face.
No, okay, I want... It's going to be another blog post, by the way. I don't want an HD remake of 7. No. But I want 7 with trophies.
Fair enough.
Hey,
I'm gonna have a big old rant about that, because I angers me when people say they want it, because their equations...
Pokemon RPG. It's not a remake.
But you want it.
It's not a remake.
Just go back to the first question.
Yeah, it's not a remake, but it's another one of the games I'd love to make. Pokemon. Done properly. Like, you...
I think it's so annoying, because Colosseum on GameCube got it almost right.
Oh, yeah. Almost right.
But then you could only catch Pokemon from trainers, which is stupid. And when you caught them, it had this dark aura, and you had to go half through the game before you can get it off and make them the proper Pokemon. Stupid.
Limitations in games like that are ridiculous, yeah.
I'll say with
Luke, Luke needs to.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'd actually need to pick something. So yeah, the original Metal Gear Solid is a big one for me. But I don't know if I'd want it
I may
redone.
have stolen yours, which is Digimon.
Yeah, again, but I don't know if I'd want Metal Gear Solid remade. Whether I'd want it a faithful remake, as in it has the same enemies can see 3 foot in front of them and no further.
Yeah.
Or would I want it Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain style?
Yeah.
In which
In
case, you got
the
Metal, you got Metal Solid Phantom Pain anyway, haven't
Well,
you?
yes, but I mean the gameplay with the actual
With the story
mission of number 1, because infiltrating that base with the sort of Phantom Pain style of thing would
That'd
be
be really cool.
would be really cool, really difficult, but it would give a whole new take of it. Aside from that, I actually don't know. The Crash Bandicoots come to mind, just because. Could you imagine?
Crash, man.
Could you imagining platinuming the original Crash Bandicoot, which is like getting every box, get every gem to get to the actual girl at the end of the.
It's quite funny
Right,
because
all the secret bonus levels.
Yeah.
All the secret. Holy jeez.
it's quite funny because one of my picks was going to be Spyro.
Oh,
Spyro.
Spyro, man.
That'd be great.
I am still up. I'm still not sure. Crash versus Spyro. I think I put
See,
more
I'm-
time into Spyro.
I'm Spyro. I think he's a better game. I don't think Crash is any good at all.
I think Crash came out a long while before Spyro, though, didn't it?
I don't care. It's not a good game.
No, it is a good game for the time, and it's still quite awesome to
But-
play now.
Oh, no,
The difference is, I played Spyro PS1 Classic on Vita. It's still brilliant.
Yeah,
Oh, no, it's
Spyro's the
Crash.
deepest-
I played
deeper,
Crash.
I think.
I played Crash PS1 Classic on PS3, and it's terrible. I'm sorry.
I like Crash.
Come on, man.
I don't think it's-
It's slightly racist. Ooga booga.
Ooga booga.
Ooga booga.
Do you know what? Yeah, Spyro had a lot more depth. It had more. It actually had some voice acting in. There was a bit more. There was more of a story. There was a bigger 3D world.
I think
you
that,
had much more.
what you're talking
moves.
about is limitations of graphics and capabilities of the
Yeah.
processing.
That's true. But this is why they're being remade. So if we were to remake,
There's already been a Sonic remake, hasn't there?
But then again,
No, there hasn't. You don't mention Sonic.
But then again, is this you would want an HD remake, basically game for game, but just looking nicer, or do you want a reboot?
Exactly. This is the thing. And could you reboot Crash?
No,
No.
I don't know. Be interesting
Well,
to see. 'Cause
they-
no one's attempted it,
they could.
and we can't really reboot.
Activision-
We can't really reboot Spyro because, well,
No.
we don't talk about it. But they took
Skylanders,
They took
yeah.
Don't even
They took
get
Spyro in
started,
a
don't even
they took
start.
Spyro in a very weird light.
Mm.
Spyro's Solid Soul, and it's not really Spyro anymore.
It's a shame, but they won't
I
remake.
never completed a Spyro game though.
Have you not?
No.
Fair enough.
Rayman,
No.
the original Rayman.
No. I'm flat out saying no for that. Rayman Origins, as in the recent
The side
platform,
scrolling one.
is actually better than the original Rayman.
I'd
agree.
have to
I-
agree.
I disagree.
I fully agree. The actual Rayman Origins is a fantastic game.
I'm not saying it's not,
Legends
I'm
as
just-
well.
Legends, yeah, as well, yeah.
I did like the original Rayman though.
Do you know what? I went back and played the original.
I can
Rayman
remember
after
it
and I
took me.
did not like it.
It took me because I played it as a really young kid. It took me, forever to get that first mask.
Oh
Which one?
right, yeah.
To finally get to that, because there was a couple of areas before that which were,
That game was tough.
Rayman was unforgiving.
Yeah, and you moved slow and it was like.
I
Yeah.
can't remember which one it is, but at the
And you
start of the one
wound
when
up
you're in a
with
prison,
bits.
you're in a prison. I don't know if you're in a prison or someone else is in a prison, and then they boot you at the side of the prison. You just fall like lows, and you just go at the bottom.
Oh man, I can't remember that.
But there was a Rayman teaching game which I'm talking about. Do you remember the old? Do you remember the old? Is it the Vivos? Whatever they were called.
What?
They're all little like systems. They were little like computers almost. You could plug them into your TV, and then these weird little controllers, and they were all
Oh, right,
educational games.
Weird.
No, I don't know much about
There
that.
was a Rayman one of that.
Or what the other Rayman spin-off that I never played, but I do kind of I like the adverts for. It was like
Raven Rabbits.
The
yeah,
rabbits,
yeah,
yeah.
you like open the door to the toilet and you just on there and then pull that one down. Ah! Like
But
I
then
never played
Rayman
that.
sold there again. We don't talk about them.
Raving rabbits, man.
We don't talk about them.
And then raving rabbits go to the moon.
We don't talk about them. They don't exist.
Moon.
Wasn't
Right.
there one about the moon?
I have no idea.
Next question.
Are we doing more?
Oh, we're doing as many as we can.
We're doing it half past. It's like half
Well,
an
we'll
hour
go-
through.
Yeah, we're doing a big
well,
one. Oh,
they can pause the podcast. They can pause.
We
it.
can split this up into multiple parts.
We can-
Alright, I love it. Non-gaming or gaming?
Go for.
Go for another non-game. We've had a few.
Okay.
If you go for non-gaming, I have to find some.
Sorry. Sorry, that was a bit of a. Sorry about that.
Something's quite stupid. Jesus,
You're stupid.
I know.
Oh, correct. When do shops close?
Like, I don't know, 5:30.
Oh shit.
If we could stop now.
No, because I've got to go get a. I'm going to get to Chatfield in time.
Either way, we're editing this battle.
Yeah.
You put a lot of faith in my editing.
No, leave that if you leave all that in there, leave that silence there. It's got to be in there. Like,
No, wait, silent. So yeah, next question is.
Okay. If you became a multi-millionaire overnight, what would you buy?
Android robot hookers.
Okay, right.
That's not legitimate.
This is
by
a
the way.
weird segue, right?
That's not the segue.
No, what I'm about to go to is a weird segue.
By the way, that was a joke.
I'm going to
Yeah.
assume
I don't want legitimate robot hookers.
it's China. Right, this happens. They've made
Can.
lifelike.
and
Might be.
oh right, yeah.
Yeah, but the Android sex dolls.
Lifelike dolls.
Oh, that must be there for ages.
Well, no, but now it's like super. There's no uncanny valley about it. It's like
Oh shit.
lifelike.
Oh god.
That's
scary.
reminded me.
Oh,
It's
God.
like see the pictures.
Non-uncanny
Freaks-
valley.
freaks
Oh.
you out. It's like
Well, no,
Multi-million.
it's funny. It wouldn't freak you out because they'd just be sitting there. And then
it's
you'd
like
be
imagine if real people acted like the characters from Ride to Hell. Just
oh
blank,
god,
blank expressions.
blank stared.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'm-
robot hookers.
I know what I would.
They've got
Am
the
I
blank
the-
stare from normal
Full
hookers
circle, full
combined with
circle.
robots.
Am I the only one who know what I would do with it, like properly? How much are we talking? Multi-million? Or what?
Multi-million.
So
I might not have enough
less
to
than
do.
100 million.
More than one.
Yeah, I might not
So
have. enough.
let's just give it a number. So they're 30 million.
Okay. That's
So
random.
besides the taking care of family, dealing with
Yeah,
the normal
yeah.
bullshit, the first thing you'd legitimately
What I
crazy,
would love
the
to-
crazy thing you'd buy.
What I would love to do, and this is not that crazy. I don't know whether I'd call it a youth centre technically, but I would maybe a private club where I would say,
Gaming.
right,
yeah,
yeah, where it's like
Gaming
literally you have gaming rigs set up. You can come, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd be an admin fee or a membership club
Yeah, yeah.
thing.
50p a time. 50p
What-
a
whatever it is,
like,
right?
You know, like scouts, whatever. You
And
used to
then
be.
it would be a club that you could essentially, I don't know, necessarily want to say after school club because
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't
A
want
club.
to limit to that.
A
But,
club.
like a club, a gentleman's club.
A gentleman's club for
gaming.
kids.
Of gaming.
Oh, gaming for kids.
Not necessarily for kids. But I'm
Anyway.
talking like you could have rows and, like say, if there was enough people say into Dota, you could literally have the 10 people all there playing essentially LAN,
Yeah.
Dota tournaments, and like have a jumbo screen where you can have someone featured playing.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Like, and you could actually just make this a communion thing.
I remember a few years ago in Japan, there's a story of like Monster Hunter cafes. Because
Oh, yeah.
on
Oh,
PSP,
yeah, yeah.
my problem with Monster Hunter is that I knew no one else was Monster
Yeah.
Hunter. But in Japan, they had these like collections
So,
where
yeah,
people
you'd go
group
there.
together
Yeah.
and play Monster Hunter. That's what I want for everything.
That's what I think.
Imagine
And
like random people gang up on Little Big Planet. Or
there is already a bar in London that does this.
Right.
It's a Barcraft, which is a Starcraft based
I
one.
like it. I like
And they actually have that already, where they have a setup, and you can sit in this chair, and you kind of, as far as I'm aware, you overlook the bar when you're in this chair, and you've got the monitor, and the person sits next to you, and everything that either of you is doing is behind you. Obviously, you're not allowed to look at the cheating. So you're playing it, and it's being projected behind you to everyone watching in the bar, so you can play live games with like in a big communal effort.
That's cool. That is.
Yeah.
Green Light Fund.
Okay.
You use green stuff. Or...
Yeah. Well, I obviously have to say it, but basically just a Green Light Fund of grant, which I'm myself chairman of. So, they come to me. I'd have a few board members, of course, just to help me decide. But ultimately, I had the decision on it, which is just people who want a green light come to me and say, man, we need a green light for this game. Like, what do you want from it? Are you going to get it with this funds? Yes, right. We'll give it to you in segments. Never give them the whole amount of money. Give it in segments. Boom. So you're the green light for people. I know there are some set up ready, but there's not enough of them.
Okay.
No, good.
I think I would.
Or set up my own political party.
That can be linked in my mind, right? So my idea, right? I wake up with all this money. I have the realization that this world is not where I want to live. So I go underwater. I build a city underwater, right?
Are you on about Rapture here?
I might not call Rapture.
You're making Rapture.
That's really what. Either that or Columbia, but Columbia's difficult. With balloons and stuff.
Yeah.
Underwater's fine.
Underwater, that's easy.
What's going to kill you more? Falling from 10,000 feet or the 10,000 feet worth of pressure on you?
But Rapture fixes the pressure.
Rapture fixes the pressure.
Well, in Bioshock, you don't die from the pressure, do you?
That's fucking Bioshock.
Yeah. Andrew Ryan.
So-
I am Andrew Ryan.
You don't want to be Andrew Ryan because Andrew Ryan failed.
30 million won't get you that
Constants
far.
of variables. I'm the variable to Andrew Ryan. I'm the Andrew Ryan that succeeds.
You want to be Lutus?
No, I don't.
No, because they don't die. Mate, you try and kill them because they don't die.
Because
Constants and variables. Constants and variables.
They don't
And
die.
he has no fucking
He doesn't
idea
grow!
He
He doesn't grow!
and he has no idea what the fuck we're on about.
No idea.
I'll fill you in later.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, he won't. Don't fill him in. He's got to watch.
Just that bit.
No, you can't. He's got to watch the game.
Oh, right, we're talking about Infinite here.
Yeah.
Right, I see.
James, he doesn't.
He doesn't know.
Row.
He doesn't row.
Oh,
Right,
He doesn't
that
row.
messed me up.
No,
next
He
question.
doesn't row.
I love it. Right, okay, going back to the game.
That would of course follow the prefix of being, when. Not where.
That brings up an issue. Segue. What I hate in time travel films. It's like, where are we? Don't you mean when are we? That irritates me so much.
It was funny the first
Even
time.
Well, no,
Back to the
but
Future.
technicality, it depends on whether if it's legitimate time travel or it's the parallel universe, omniverse theories.
Yeah.
Because if it's the parallel universe theory, and the omniverse, well, no, the omniverse theories is all being the same, but if it's the parallel universe theory, you would literally say, "Where are you?" Because you'd be in a different universe. You'd actually be technically either the same or past timeline.
Same
but
coordinates.
Same coordinate, but
It's just that's a different.
You're in a different map. You're in a different area. So the statement "Where are you?" would be true. When are you would also be true, but that'd be when am I in this place?
But that term just irritates. They just put it into time travel thing to make it all eerie and like, get over it.
But yes, where are you would be a legitimate state.
Next
I'm
question.
going to gaming.
Going to gaming.
This is a tough one. Neither of us own the console. What justifies the Xbox One console to you? See, in my eyes, it's not.
I think this is going to be
Okay.
a real empty statement because unfortunately we have to have consumer bias in this regard.
Yeah.
But
See, I was saying,
what would justify it? What would honestly just? Then again, saying that, I don't think the PS4 is justified.
That's a very fair
it's
point.
fair. It's
It would have
fine.
been justified if it had more. If it has more like
This time next
Games.
year it will be.
yeah. Right now, neither of them seem to be justified for coming out
Yeah.
to me because there was plenty of games coming out for both consoles that were really good. We're getting really well. We're progressively-
Drive
yeah.
Club is actually coming out soon.
That looks really good.
It's actually coming out. You know, the launch game for PS4.
Yeah.
Do you know what's coming out next month? Less than a month.
What's that?
Destiny.
Is that actually less than a month?
September.
9th of September.
Craziness.
Less than a month.
We're having a party.
Around my house.
We're having a night.
A night? How are you that?
48-hour game
You
session.
can stay at my house.
48-hour game session.
No. 48 hours.
The hilarious thing you can do with an Xbox.
I done a 5-day gaming session.
Good for you.
The
I don't
hila-
remember day 5.
The
Or end
hilarious
of
thing
day
that you
5.
can do with an Xbox One is that it's, you know, that feature.
What do you mean the iToy? Yeah.
That feature where you can hook up.
Shots were fired.
You know how you can hook up a 360 into an Xbox One? I don't know,
Yes.
and you can do snap to view. You can do that with a PS4 as well.
Yeah.
You can have a PS4 input into an Xbox 360, have the Xbox 360 interface, and then go snap to alternative whatever it is, and it comes up with PS4. So you can be playing Shadowfall essentially on a Xbox One, but you need a PS4 still. Don't get me wrong. But
I was just saying,
that's a cool.
if
feature.
I was an Xbox gamer, the only reason I would think to get an Xbox One is if friends were, and I had to with all like
online.
yeah.
Some of the game series that are...
Oh yeah. I mean,
Halo Anniversary.
As I start-
I would play the Halo Anniversary on Xbox One if someone gifted it to me. If someone said, "Hey, here's an Xbox One," I'd be right. I'm going to buy a Halo Anniversary and actually play those.
Legitimately, we talk about Kinect and we laugh about it. Because the actual technology, the motion capture technology, is actually phenomenally brilliant on the PlayStation 1 Kinect. It's so remarkably good, in fact, that it's being used on the drones.
Yeah.
To navigate entire rooms and map entire rooms. It's actually really good
I,
motion capture software.
I don't doubt the technology. I just don't see how it's
I'm taking one.
necessary for like motion capture. I think the voice capture for Kinect.
Well,
is brilliant.
that's just laziness. Just
No.
on.
I don't mean that. I mean like
On.
I mean like within games. I remember like ages ago with Kinect, there was like that game. It was like a tactical army game. You could command all with your voice, like Squad
Oh,
A.
you want to hang on. You want to about
Tom
Navy Seals?
Clancy's.
I'm not
No.
There was Navy Seals for the original PlayStation 2.
I know,
You had a
I know.
headset and you ordered them to move.
I think he's talking about Tom Clancy's End War, is it?
Oh, Endgame.
Maybe.
Endgame.
End War, something.
End
like
War.
that.
Endgame. Shit game. Terrible.
No, but the technology, the idea is the voice
Well,
part of
this
it.
has been this is PlayStation 2 with I think it was Navy Seals. It was Navy Seals, something Seals, and
Yeah.
you just like team. You do like Team Bravo, and it just have like a communicate. You could just click them as well, so they would
Yeah,
be
of
able to
course.
do. It was like 7 options, which then branch into 4, which
Yeah,
then
yeah.
branch into
End
So
War was
you
like
just be,
that as
you just be
well,
like
yeah.
Bravo, execute order 5, go, and then they just do that or whatever.
So yeah.
Yeah. Next
I
question.
think we're done.
Yeah.
Any more?
Yeah, poor Xbox One.
Bless it.
Did you want to get the half-past bus?
Yeah.
I can get 6.
Yeah, we can go for 6 plus.
Well, it's going to be the 6th one then.
Poor listeners. Another half an hour.
Well, no, of course we'll let that and then go show the Sims. Any questions we ourselves would like to ask the group?
Let's have a...
I have got a final big one, if we want.
Go on.
Also, I like the way it's worded as well. What book, movie, or TV show would make you shudder at the possibility of it being adapted into a game?
Oh.
Can this already be concluded because we've seen how bad the game was?
No. Like, shudder as in shudder good, I imagine.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then,
shudder good.
What would you get
Yeah,
excited about?
Oh.
Hang on.
Or bad, either one.
Yeah, I guess you
We can do good and bad.
Should have good and bad, should have bad. So
So-
you guys go with bad first. Because
Shudder bad for me would be any Metal... Actually, Last of Us being a film was already a bit of a...
Well, no, but it's something going to a game.
I think
well,
Metal
yeah,
Gear Solid
yeah.
film could work.
No.
I think it could. Because you're already
I reckon
pretty
it
much
could.
there. Because you're already pretty much there. Like with, for instance, Metal Gear Solid 4, that's pretty much a film as of
Yeah,
itself.
but that's an 8-hour film.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's the problem.
See, something like that then is, again, like I raised a point with Game of Thrones that did it beautifully, which Lord of the Rings
TV
didn't. TV series. It has to be a TV series.
But this is where I'm excited for Game of Thrones Telltale game. Don't understand
Yeah.
Walking Dead ones.
That'll
Because
be
them,
really
because them games are shows, essentially, that you control.
And given how good the Walking Dead Telltale game is, which is the only
They're one of the
Walking...
few who could do it.
Yeah, the only
and
Walking Dead
Wolf Among Us
media...
as well is really good.
Yeah, the only Walking Dead media that I can consume, because I haven't looked at the comic book.
I think I know what your answer's going to be because
I'm
I
gonna
think good, and I know your answer's going to you're going to think bad, and I'm going to say it, and it's Bioshock film. I know you're going to say it's bad.
What do you mean?
Bioshock films.
Oh, yeah, the idea of the film was terrible.
I think
but,
films
but we're going from film to game, not game to film. You're going
Do
the
we
wrong
have
way.
any...
Not straight up game to film or straight up game, but TV show background information, like in between the
That'd be fun.
games and or prequels to the games. I think that would be really interesting. Yeah, okay.
But that's off topic. We're going, what show, book, or film do you want to be a game?
And vice versa.
Or
not.
what
What we should think of? Hang on.
I'm trying to think of...
Hang on. Let's
Oh,
wise
really?
I'm wising up the steam.
Why?
We're talking things that are media that aren't games becoming games.
No, or
Yes.
vice versa.
No.
Both vice versa, wasn't it? Games becoming media as well.
Well, the direct question was directly about sort of other media.
You just
becoming
started going into games becoming films.
Fair enough.
So
What?
what things that aren't games do you want to be games and don't want to be games?
That's a tough one, isn't it? It's a really good question.
Constantine's already been a game.
Has it?
Yeah.
So has Matrix.
Watchmen's already been a game.
Matrix was a shame.
Wasn't too bad of a game actually. I didn't
Enter
mind
the
it.
Matrix.
Well, Enter the Matrix. That was I liked it.
It wasn't great.
I really liked it.
It
Purely because I knew all the cheats for it. So you could just walk into the mission with double and like with the double Uzis, and you was like full, always bar. And
Okay. I would quite. I don't know if either of you should have seen it, but I would quite like a Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Oh yeah.
I can't really comment on that because I haven't seen it.
I haven't
But
seen it, but I can imagine
it would be
that.
cool.
Lego Marvel Super.
Can I say
Heroes.
made? I want. I guess it's kind of answering the first question as well. Guardians of the Galaxy game made by Naughty Dog.
Yeah, they
Where,
would do
where
it
you
right.
play as Star Lord. That'd be perfect, and it would work because you have the wit and the.
Yeah, I'm struggling to really come up with anything good. Mostly because I don't consume a lot of other media, so it's sort of thing. I guess what I would want done, if we're talking stuff from TV and movies into games, what I would really want done is, goddamn it, let's hand. It will come eventually. Better sex scenes and better actual relationships.
I got one which will make you shudder at any of the four.
Go on.
I could probably have even an insert here, but I'm going to put it. EastEnders.
Dun
The
dun
game.
dun 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 dun.
Done Telltale style.
No.
Just I think any
No.
reality TV.
No.
I think has there been a Big Brother game?
Yeah. Sims.
That's not Big Brother.
It is.
No, that's
baby.
true Big Brother. That's true Big Brother.
It's the same.
That's Big Brother. That's not Big Brother. That's we're talking George Orwell's Big Brother, aren't we? Is George Orwell? Was it George?
There was George
Yeah,
Orwell.
Or was it Big Brother? Yeah.
1984.
1980. I've got to read that
Kojima,
stuff. I've got
stop
to read
doing
that.
this to me.
Seriously, I could do. When's it being released? 1984.
1984.
God damn it.
Don't do this, Kojima. Yeah. Legitimately, like some of my favourite films I would not like to see
Like V for Vendetta would be a terrible game.
have been done.
Has it?
I'm pretty sure it has.
Oh no.
I'm pretty sure there's a V Vendetta game.
Don't bring us on me.
Is that a PS2 game? I feel like it'd be a PS2 game.
Well, it would have come out then, so.
Game.
V Vendetta Game of Thrones.
We're googling this now. Gameplay. Online game. It's 2005, so God, could you imagine if that would be PS2?
Yeah.
Hang on, we've got. No, that's
Call of Duty.
that's a 12-year-old on Call of Duty. Oh, there's a Flash game. Don't do it, man.
R.I.P. headphone users.
Yeah.
So, on that note, no,
Put an annotation in there, something.
game of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Be an Oh, that would be.
That'd be good.
That would be an interesting game.
Good.
It's an interesting thought.
Good.
Van Helsing, I think that was that a game.
Could I play as Sean Connery?
Sean Connery.
I love
Isn't
him.
there been a James Bond game where there's Sean Connery?
There's plenty of James Bond games.
Some of them are really good. Some of them are really not.
From Russia with Love, it's a damn good game.
Yeah, I think
Actually,
that,
really good game.
Goldeneye.
Yeah, I think
Goldeneye, man, the skiing.
Tell you what, you haven't watched GoldenEye the game until you've seen it being done in 15 minutes.
Yes, where he jumps over.
It's incredible.
You can complete that entire game, can't you?
that's crazy. I did not know that. Fair enough.
Oh, that would be a good, really good TV series from a game. I know we've gone back to the revert.
Go on.
Time Splitters is a TV series.
Oh.
Oh, that's an interesting idea.
Oh.
Firefly the game.
Done by Naughty Dog.
Yeah. Oh, you went there, Bam. And you know who's going to play him? Or we've already got if Nathan Lilly doesn't want to do the voice.
Nathan
Nolan
Nolan.
North, if he doesn't
Yeah.
want to do it, yeah. Because them two are basically just synonymous with each other.
Synonymous in your mind and in your wet dreams.
Oh man, that'd be great.
We've already got Nuka Break for Fallout TV series.
Yeah.
That was really good. I really liked that because it kept
That
in.
was funny.
I kept in with that slightly humorousness element to the Fallout 3.
Damn, things to games.
Yeah, see, it's
things
tough,
to
isn't
games.
it?
Oh, what's your favourite film?
Matrix.
Alright, what's your favourite TV series?
Top Gear.
Oh, because no one has a favourite film. You have a top 5 favourite films.
I
Because you
do.
can't compare certain films.
Okay then. My next favourite film is Ace Ventura.
Ace
That would
Ventura
make an
Pet
interesting
Detective.
game.
It would
That would
not.
make an interesting game. It would be shit, but it could be an interesting
Favourite
game.
series, Lost has already been done in a game, and that was
No, it wasn't that bad.
Don't.
It wasn't that bad.
Don't.
It was bad. But
Don't defend it.
It was bad.
Can I just say,
It wasn't
if
diabolical.
we can get any comments on this that you would like us to hear, you can suggest a TV show series or anything
Yeah,
like
it's a good
that.
point. And that we can do in the next
will
podcast.
talk about how we would make it a game and
Yeah.
not suck.
That's good.
Yeah.
That
good.
is a
That's good
fantastic idea
actually,
for a
yeah. So
series.
for shouting out there,
That's all I remember.
both of them. Any games you think would make good TV shows or films?
Yeah.
And no, just any game that you think would make other media, and we'll argue whether it should be a film or a TV show.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, I quite like the idea of you giving us ideas of a current TV show or something and saying, how would you make that a game? We could do
I've
a
shown it
design
before.
book.
Twilight, the video game.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
I'd spend the
dear.
entire game as Edward trying to bite people. But no, I'm a vampire. I should be killing people.
Look at the next gen motion capture.
What? Just the shininess.
Blank face, Kristen Stewart.
She's actually a really emotional actor, by the way.
Yeah, which
It's just
is-
that she got suckily rolled. Like the guy Robert Pattinson. You know how much he hates the role.
Yeah.
He absolutely
thing is, though-
despised that role.
She's the same character in Snow White and the Huntsman.
But she does that really well.
It's the same character.
She does it so well. Have you seen her in something? She actually has.
I have not.
She
Yeah.
has emotional range in that though. I like the film.
We can agree that it
Oh.
wasn't Kirsten Stewart's fault, it was the characters.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah. We
As I said again, even the writer, Stephanie Meyer, when she wrote The Host, really good book.
Still.
Terrible film, by the way. Terrible film.
I have no intention of going to tell you, so don't worry.
Really good book, right?
Pretty good book.
It shows that she can write really well. She just has to have a decent plot,
Fair enough.
and not just taking out
Not
her
a
angst. No,
fanfic
and not
of
not
that.
just taking out her angst.
Oh, I know.
That's-
I would say no, that wasn't a fanfic. 50 Shades was a
Yeah,
fanfic of
yeah.
Twilight. My mistake.
And she wrote the book about her husband.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, which is why it was more of an abusive relationship than it ever will be BDSM.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not. It's not BDSM
That
at
was
all.
a-
It's an abusive
No,
relationship.
yeah. I've heard this, but I've not read the 50 Shades. books.
If you want some wank material, yeah, fine, read it. But it's nothing special. It's just it's terrible.
My main thing is what I find funny is when people kind of try to justify that it's not their equivalent of porn.
50 Shades of Grey, the game.
When I said
That'd just be like 20 minutes, just you sitting there in the store haggling the price for rope.
Have you not seen the PlayStation Vita masturbation game thing with the demon cards?
Oh, so you have to rub the card.
To rub the card.
Basically, it's like a card with like an anime girl on it or something.
You got to rub
And you have to rub it, and the more you do it, the more the clothes come off. It's like, how is it? It's got a sequel. There's a sequel to this game.
God, that must have sold fantastically. 7 million Vitas sold for that game, man. Come on. That is what it was there for.
Fruit Ninja, the TV series.
Fruit Ninja. People chucking fruit at someone.
Dude, Nickelodeon would take that shit as far as they could.
Yeah.
Like, they would.
Frozen the game.
Dude.
They could do it.
Kingdom Hearts 3!
Let it go!
Kingdom Hearts 3!
She could be, they could do that in Kingdom Hearts 3.
You have the snow giant.
Oh god, yes.
Kingdom Hearts 3 would totally...
You
that
have
would be an enemy?
the world. It's all there.
Yeah, it is.
You could have Elsa doing her magic stuff.
Yeah.
Arnold would be a backing character, being like, no, don't let the power rule.
This is
Kingdom Hearts 3,
happening.
It's going to happen, yeah.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Catherine is a film. Catherine as a film would be interesting. Really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, that'd be fantastic.
That would be a fantastic
That would be
film.
amazing.
Because you could build upon the actual scenes.
That's
really
true.
mess it
Too many
up.
endings, though. What ending would you go with?
That's
Endings.
true. That's a tough one.
No, you go with all of them. That would be the mind fuck of it. He'd like get to the end and he'd be
Like,
like,
each time he wakes up...
What
and
about
each time he wakes up till he does it, and he does
Or
it.
would it be like Wayne's World, where it's like, this isn't the ending you want for this film. This has a happy ending.
No, but then it would be. He'd go back in time, and then he'd go with what would be the truest one, where he stays with Catherine. Possibly would be the truest.
Yeah.
I'd want whatever ending
And he
reveals.
keeps waking up the night before until he gets it right.
I want whatever ending reveals Eric at the end.
As Erica is as
As
a
a dude.
male.
I did not know that.
No, neither did I.
I did not.
Neither
know
did the
that.
guy who was interested in him.
But
He was
he-
like, what?
But they had sex.
Yeah, that's why he lost his V card to him, her.
Oh, so no, it's just her now.
Well, yeah,
Eric.
Erica identifies as a female, therefore we should call her a female.
No,
However,
no.
she has a dong.
Does she have a penis?
I don't know. It's
It-
never-
that-
Obviously
isn't
not.
the
No,
whole
obviously not,
point?
because how could he not know afterwards?
Well, that's right. He said there was something weird about it. He lost his V card to her. He didn't know.
Well, you'd know if
That's
there was
the
a
whole
penis.
point.
How does Octodad have kids? It's one of the endless questions.
Adopt. Clearly, he adopted. There's a simple answer for that one.
The burgle laughter of when his kids actually ask that. Like,
No,
blah,
seriously.
Blah, blah, blah,
Octodad, the TV show.
Nobody suspected
It's
a
a
thing.
thing.
Octodad.
Again, Nickelodeon will be all over that.
There'd be plushies of Octodad.
Can you imagine
in a
it?
suit.
Just,
I'm up for that.
no, because no. Didn't you listen to there's that discussion about the war? The war between the fish and the land. Did you not hear about that in the game?
Oh.
They were on about the war, like the sushi man. He's on
Oh,
about,
yeah.
you took so many of us in the war. Like, what was he on about, man? The TV show, the prequel.
There is a
the war.
dark past to Octodad.
Octodad, he
He-
killed all of his family.
He's seen things.
Like he went all Kratos on the sushi man's family.
Ah.
I love Octodad with the red paint and everything.
Kratos would be interesting. The original, the first God of War.
God
The
of War.
first.
As a
God of War.
film,
The
would
first
be
God of War as a film
fantastic.
would be fantastic because the first God of War is actually good. It's a good game. The other two are just mindless,
that's
senseless
bold.
violence.
I did like 3.
I liked 2.
Extra,
3 was
extra
long.
credits. Extra credits explained. Well, the first game was really good because it kept
was.
in perfect path with the Greek mythos.
Yeah,
of
the
what
Greek
they were.
tragedy,
The
yeah,
Greek
yeah.
tragedy. It was a perfect Greek tragedy. At the end of the game, he came to the realization of what he'd done was wrong. Everything he'd done up to that point was wrong, and it was his fault, and he killed himself, and he threw himself off the cliffs into the river Styx, and that was to die. And that is a true Greek tragedy, not ripped himself back.
Yeah.
Even in 2, they could have made it a good tragedy. The problem was all of the emotional build-up he built up to the end of the game, that realization of what he'd done, he stripped away. It was all stripped away in the second game. It shouldn't have been. Any other games?
I would say I want Devil May Cry to be a series, but it already has been an anime.
Oh, has it?
Ah.
It's like a 12-episode anime, and it is brilliant.
Death Note the game.
Well, I have like a detective sort of.
Yeah, you play as L.
That could.
Or you play as light trying to cover up your tracks.
Either one. You
Well,
you can pick both sides.
Oh no. Vice versa. You do both.
Well, so as one
You're
track-
covering your tracks, and you have to then catch yourself.
No, because that's pseudo. Because if the objective was to capture yourself, surely when you play as
No,
Light,
it
you'd
just
be
isn't
like-
to capture yourself. It's to play both of them as best as you can.
The only problem with that is like
That's an interesting.
Where
concept.
It's like playing chess against yourself, though.
I don't know. Playing against yourself is a really good way to do it because that's the whole point. You're fighting the best of yourself in both situations.
all I would say about that is this is where if we have to do this design club idea as a series,
Or is it? Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to say, where's
or it's
the
a two-player.
gameplay?
Or it's a two-player.
two-player could be interesting.
Split screen,
No,
both
no, no.
happening live.
No, not split screen.
That'd be great.
Literally, I mean, you have to do something like online or land settings wise, where you'd be covering your tracks while they're trying to catch you.
Where I would.
But it'd
try
have to be in
see the
separate sessions.
gameplay
It'd
in
have to be in
that.
separate sessions. So it'd have to be you play, you like spend a couple of hours doing it, then they'd take it away and they'd be like, right, and then go in.
It'd be like Heavy Rain.
yeah.
Where you're like you're Jaden trying to catch the killer, and then you're like spoilers. You're
Yeah.
Shelby trying to.
Run away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, spoilers about Heavy Rain.
It's a good game. No.
One of your characters you play as is the goddamn origami killer.
It's Ethan. Dun, dun, dun.
Jason!
Jason.
Have you seen that when you get the glitch?
Oh, the
when he
glitch
just
where he's
continues on
in the
saying
cutscene.
Jason throughout the whole game.
In the cutscene, they can just press X and go, Jason! It messes up everything. It's fantastic.
Can you imagine that as like again kind of spoilers when you walk out like the bit at the end with your kid
Yeah.
It's like-
and all of the guns pointed at you? It's
He's
like,
like, Jason!
Oh, man. Yeah, so I think that's
I think-
There are plenty of films.
Oh wait, yeah, we've gone back onto the whole games we want to do shows rather than vice versa.
No, there are
Yeah,
plenty of
that's a
films
difficult
that would
one.
make good games.
Um,
But how many TV shows are there that would make good games?
Heroes would be alright.
Oh, Heroes would be good. Again, where would the
Heroes would be
gameplay be
interesting
in
one.
that?
Again, it's weird.
See, that's the problem with Death Note. really.
Buffy would be a good game.
Yeah, Buffy you could actually do, because that's like Demon
Yeah.
Hunt, and you could
Yeah.
actually make a legit thing out of that. You could
Yeah.
do Persona 4 style of that, where you actually
Yeah.
have a home life and then a...
Yeah, Home Life in it.
and
Yeah.
then a Demon Hunter's life. You could Persona that shit out.
That would be actually an interesting one. Yeah. I
I
wonder what Shannon would think of
I'll
that.
tell you what
actually.
Mead think could be a good game.
Cool.
Could be a good game. That's Deadpool.
Deadpool is.
It could be a good game. It wasn't.
It's already done. Been a good game. I like the game. I think it was good. Deadpool.
It would have been good if the jokes it made didn't also include itself. Like, it dicked on tropes of games and then did those tropes of games.
No,
It
I
was
think
like,
that was ingenious.
oh, here's
that's the point,
office
though.
building. How original. 3 more levels of office building.
There's
And you
only
go,
one level.
Oh, I don't know, but there's a sewer. How original. It's like, oh, here's a turret section. Yeah, but you're still including all these sections.
Yes,
in.
that's the point.
That
It's-
is the point.
The whole game is shitting on your perspective.
But I
of what
think
other
it
games
could
are.
have been a lot better.
I agree.
It could have been better, but I
Starting
liked
at
it.
point 1, I don't care if people hate on this. Get rid of Nolan North.
I think he was perfect.
No,
Deadpool.
Ryan
I know we
Reynolds
just-
is the best Deadpool.
I don't
I've
like
seen.
Ryan Reynolds. I hate him as an actor, and I don't think he fits Deadpool.
But he's the best Deadpool.
I don't think so.
In the first few scenes of X-Men Origins, when he is Deadpool with a mouth, before he gets turned into whatever he is what I want from a Deadpool film.
We disagree, but
This is coming from someone who has read a ton of Deadpool comics.
I mean, yeah, I haven't got much of an
I've seen the
opinion.
TV shows. Has there been a Doctor Who one?
No.
There's been like an online
No.
game where it's like you don't actually sort of thing, and yeah, it wasn't great.
No.
No. I think not. Maybe not planning necessarily as the Doctor, but even if you did, just how you'd find diplomatic solutions to problems. As akin to, well, you could just fight them. You could find ways to kill them or to run away.
Yeah,
Ingenious ways to do things. I know no one's done it yet. I know they've done games of it, but no one's done it properly yet. Star Trek. There's a few games that have come very close to doing it nicely.
wasn't there recently
Mass
a third,
Effect.
wasn't there
We're not talking
recently
about
a third-person shooter?
We're not talking about that.
We're not talking about that
We're not
one.
talking about that. Angry Joe did a lovely game.
I think Mass Effect is the best Star Trek game there is.
Yeah. that's
No, I was
pretty
thinking
much it.
like the Deep Space Nine effect. None of this you save the world kind of thing. Literally just you with an open world universe where you're trapped in another galaxy. That kind of.
Can I say I want games more like, and actually it was Jim Sterling of the Jimquisition that put me onto this. He actually quoted Kane and Lynch as a very good game, not necessarily in its gameplay, but in its story. That in that you are actually the bad guys, and how games never let you play as the bad guy. Even in games where you think you're the bad guy, there's always someone who's more dickish and more evil than you. And it's like there are very few games where it's like you're actually the scum of the earth. I'd like that. I would like more of that.
Last of Us.
Yeah, that's sort of the other thing.
Other than
But even
David.
Last of Us, you like.
We
Other
don't,
than
don't,
David.
don't spoil things because a lot of people
Other
haven't
than
played it.
David.
A lot of people haven't played it.
But yeah, I think we should.
Stubbs the Zombie.
Huh?
I love Stubbs the Zombie, man. Do you ever play Stubbs the Zombie?
No.
You never play Stubbs the Zombie? You were the zombies.
Okay.
You were legitimately the zombies. Like, you could throw your paint grease and it'd explode. You could use your head as a bowling pin, which would then explode as well. and
Oh
go back.
yeah, I know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
I love Stubbs the Zombie, man. That was hilarious. There's this whole scene where you got this troop of zombies around you and you're giving them the speech.
All right,
Like
yeah.
the American speech, but you all you're saying is brains. So like 7 years ago, but you've just gone brains.
But is the subtitles or something?
No,
still?
just brains.
No,
brains,
see, yeah.
brains.
I don't know.
In front of this
it didn't hold
American
my
flag.
name.
I love-
And then like the barn opens up and all these zombies go running up this men.
I'd
are
love
just
if it was
gunning
like
them down.
subtitles with a proper speech, but here it's just like brains.
Right. No, that's.
I think we should-
I think that's.
tie
That's
this
gonna be it
up.
for this.
Oh,
Thank you
wait,
to
hang on,
everyone
hang on.
who's survived this long.
Is that the only other form of media that could be a game? Just TVs and TV
And
shows
books.
and films.
Well, I've kind of.
Well,
we didn't say
books.
we did not say any books.
I can't think of any books that would
I mean,
become games. Well,
The Divergent series would be an interesting.
I mean, now the books I've read recently, Running Man from Stephen King would be quite good actually.
Yeah.
Carrie, Stephen King would be a terrible game. I read a short story from Stephen King.
There are actually rather few interesting books. We're just trying to think how they'd work with games.
How about?
So right, maybe not this not set as the book, but set in the universe of the book.
I was like, how about like the Infernal City Elder Scrolls? Have as like a DLC for Oblivion.
It's already a game though, isn't it?
Well, no,
That's
but
where it comes
it's
from,
it's set like a couple hundred years after Oblivion. So you'd have a separate game.
I did like
And the
your
one
point
that-
there, where you just like
Set in the
set in
universe.
the universe of, because then you wouldn't be stuck to the story, like heroes
Yeah.
for something like
Yeah.
that. That would
Set
be
in the universe of
fantastic.
the heroes. Like you could just take off on your own little, which is kind of what they done with Lord of the Rings. Which when they make a game, they tend to go off like the Benethor and things like that. They mentioned characters.
Isn't there
but
a
never-
new Lord of the Rings game which isn't directly related to things?
Shadow of Mordor.
Shadow of Mordor, something like that.
That was
yeah.
really good. So
Let's
it's
see, won't we?
it looks really good.
But yeah, I think that's going to be everything for that. Thank you for listening. This has been the first major podcast.
And by major, we mean hour and 6 long.
Whoa!
Yeah. Well, we'll split it into parts, of course.
We'll see. Well, actually, this is on your computer, so you have to.
So yeah, on that
edit
note, signing out.
Cheers.
Ciao.
Ciao. Be safe.
Stop.
How do
yeah.
you stop?